this time.
This is a lot of fun.
Jimmy heads off-road in a groundbreaking prototype electric 4x4.
That talk says playtime.
I get my hands on a Porsche that's been re-engineered into a classic sports car for the 21st century.
What about a standing quarter mile? I thought you'd never ask.
And the boys give Skoda's latest EV the team test treatment.
It's a great looking thing, isn't it?
Those wheels are to try on.
This is fifth gear.
What with the difference?
They'll still be screaming
And squealing. Could you just slow down?
And shouting.
Stupid idea. I can't listen to this nonsense.
But there'll also be this.
The EV revolution is here. But are electric vehicles right for you?
What are the costs, choices, and challenges?
And how do they stack up against their petrol-powered rivals?
We're here to tell you everything you need to know about the new automotive landscape.
This is the future of driving.
This is fifth gear recharged.
As the EV revolution starts to take hold in the UK, owners of petrol-powered classic cars are becoming concerned that their pride and joy will be legislated into extinction. But one company in the Cotswolds has come up with a solution to future-proof these cherished classics. This is the Porsche 964. Or, put another way, a Mark III Porsche 911.
Around 64,000 of them were built between 1989 and 1994.
Its bulbous looks weren't to everyone's tastes, and just 10 years ago, a half-decent 964 could be yours for just 20 grand.
But now there's a growing appreciation of the model, and prices are creeping up. £50,000 will get you started. However, rare versions can cost up to 4 times that amount.
And even if it's not your favourite 911, there's always the engine.
A screaming air-cooled flat 6 defined the 911s of that era. Nothing sounded quite like it.
Shall we have a proper listen?
Come on, it's the 21st century.
British EV conversion specialist Everati has replaced that rear-mounted flat 6 with a powerful state-of-the-art electric drivetrain. And the noise? Well, that's a synthesized sound you can add in if you like some aural accompaniment on your travels.
But as Everati has created Hush with the Rush, let's keep it on quiet for today.
Now, at this point, one of 2 emotions might be running through your mind.
Outrage! How dare someone rip the engine out, the heart of a car, and replace it with some soulless batteries and electric motors? Or
What a brilliant way to preserve the essence of the 964 while creating a machine that's emission-free, costs pennies to run, and is as happy pootling around town as it is ripping around a track. In my opinion, there's room for both, particularly as only a handful of Everatis will ever be made.
And it is reassuring to know that some of these beautiful machines have been future-proofed.
On to the next question, which, if your brain operates like mine, concerns the handling. This Everati may look like a 911, but will it drive like one?
Well, the clever bods at the British-based company have split the heavy battery between the front and the rear, giving it an identical 40-60 front to rear weight distribution of the original.
And they've even placed the dual electric motors that drive the rear wheels over the back axle, which is exactly where the combustion engine used to sit. So the weight is in the right place, but is there too much of it? EV cars are notoriously heavy, whereas standard 911s are wonderfully light.
The original 964 weighed 1,400 kilograms, and this one, drum roll please, 1,400 kilograms.
What trickery is afoot? Well, lightweight carbon fibre trickery, which is what the body panels are made of.
The result is a car that corners well. Does it handle exactly like a 964? No. There are more modern elements to it, particularly the suspension, which you can play about with. But what is lovely is the analog connection you do not get with a brand new electric car. I can feel the past.
And Everati has tried to reflect this heritage throughout the design of the car. Even the dials, which tell you how the batteries are behaving, retain a classic Porsche look. Though a few mod cons have been added, like an up-to-date entertainment and comms system. And there's nothing old-fashioned about this car's charging ability, which allows a 20 to 80% top-up in 40 minutes and a total range of 180 miles.
When it comes to the brakes, it is an uprated Brembo system, and there's a bit of regeneration going on as well. And although I could do with a bit more feel, as soon as you hit the pedal, they do work and bring the car to a stop pretty efficiently.
Now then, what haven't I mentioned? Oh yes, performance.
So the original 964 had 250 horsepower in the boot. This one, double it.
Yes, 500 horsepower for this signature version. You can have a toned-down, narrow-bodied Model 2, which only has 440.
Should we give the girl a bit of a blast? What about a standing quarter mile? I thought you'd never ask. Here we go, into launch control. Foot on the brakes. 1 foot on the throttle. And let go. Woohoo!
For those of you who like stats, this car's 53 kilowatt-hour battery pack gets the Everati to 60 in under 4 seconds. And through the quarter mile in
12.85 seconds.
That is 2 seconds quicker than its petrol-powered ancestor and just half a second slower than the current Porsche Carrera, and I was going slightly uphill.
Not bad for an old girl.
And finally, the price. Back in 1991, when this car was new, it would have cost around £48,000. Today, this Everati 964 will set you back
£250,000 plus the donor vehicle. Yes, that is a lot of money, but you do get a bespoke machine, a classic car that's had its shelf life extended and one that you can drive every day. How satisfying is that?
Now it's time to get a first look and first drive of a brand new EV. Yes, it's the 5th gear recharged team test.
This week, the team tested the new Skoda Enyaq. Skoda have a reputation for delivering well-built, great-handling cars at competitive prices, and the Enyaq is their first fully electric SUV. Prices start at $33,000, so it will go head-to-head with the Kia e-Niro, the MG ZS, and the Volkswagen ID.4, with which the Enyaq shares much of its running gear.
So, Skoda Enyaq. Pretty nice, isn't it?
This is basically the Volkswagen ID.4, but this is better looking than the ID.4,
yeah,
I think, by far.
I think it's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great looking thing, isn't it?
I like the proportion, the size of the wheels.
Those wheels, utter triumph, 21 inches.
Yeah.
And they kind of look like turbine blades on a jet engine. I mean, just stunning.
They're great. It was quite daring, sharp design, lots of creases, also a grille, which it doesn't really need, so I thought, what's the big point of that?
What's your beef, Rory?
Doesn't need to have a grille, does it? It doesn't have to, like, cool any internal combustion engine, and yet there's this, like, legacy. There's a bit of plastic.
Right, come and have a look around the back, because the boot is massive.
At 585 litres, the Enyaq's load space is 42 litres bigger than the Volkswagen ID.4's.
I mean, that's a state car proportions. This thing, it's packing.
Pretty
hold
cool.
on, wait, hold up. Do you know what that is?
Ah, that's an ice scraper.
Okay.
It's a nice touch, isn't
Nice,
it?
actually.
Because whenever it's icy, you can never find one of these.
Yeah.
I like that.
It has got some nice little touches, this car, hasn't it?
Oh,
Yep.
I like that.
Just like a Rolls Royce, there's an umbrella in the door.
Skoda have always done nice little details
like the ice scraper, like the umbrella in the door. And why all manufacturers don't put that in cars, I just don't get. Because they're good bits.
I'm keeping the umbrella closed for now as we're heading inside.
I mean, all this is lovely, isn't it? It's very Audi-esque.
It's funny, isn't it? This is the same platform as the ID4, and it's kind of, in theory, a similar sort of vehicle.
It's better.
But it's way better.
It's better.
It's just better. It's got more boot space. It's got more legroom space in the back. Buttons and the screen, all of that is better.
Time to stretch the Skoda's legs on the closed roads of this private testing centre.
So Skoda say in their marketing blurb that it's as appealing as a sustainable sports car. I mean, I don't know what that means.
It'll do 0 to 62 in 8.4 seconds, which is not amazing, is it really?
No, it's not a sports car. It's a brilliant family car. That's good fun to drive, period. It's good. I'm feeling a bit racy, actually.
He's going to do the jump.
I won't do it.
He's going to do the jump.
Oh, no, he's going to do the jump.
Should we do the jump?
Oh, God, OK.
We did try and jump it for no other reasons that I knew that Jimmy doesn't like that sort of stuff.
When I took him for a hot lap in the Fiesta ST a while ago, the poor fella made a grab for the gag bag.
Shut your face. Get out of the car. You're not going to bomb, are you?
No.
It's only got drum brakes. It's only got drum brakes.
You git.
Great.
My guts nearly came out of my mouth.
Isn't it
No,
lush?
stop
Should
the
we
car.
go again?
Stop the car.
Should we
Stop
go
the car.
again,
No.
Dad?
I need fresh air.
You're
You are
making
not
me.
funny.
Jimmy's come up with a way to end my fun, and it comes with a kettle and a fold-down sofa bed.
Jimmy wanted to show off his new caravan because historically Skodas have been voted high in their ability to tow caravans and mobile things.
I really thought Skoda was going to struggle when it came to towing that caravan.
Plenty of talk there, isn't it?
You wouldn't know you had a caravan on the back.
Unless, of course, you were sat in the back seat.
Jimmy's little test with the caravan, I did not enjoy one bit.
Jimmy,
Yes.
I must say the ride quality has dropped considerably, I would say, in the back seat.
Feels like we're like, bouncing up and
Yeah.
down, like kangarooing.
And it's not just rear comfort that's being compromised. The caravan's battering the Enyaq's range by up to 30%. But to Jimmy, it's all about that instant torque.
And when it came to pulling away on the hill, it pulled like a train. Nice job, Skoda. It's seeming like this car might be a bit of a goer.
Yeah, I really like it. Not a fan of caravanning.
I don't think it has to convert anyone to a caravaner, but it's still doing the job, right?
It'd be nice if it had a caravan jettison button.
So while we pull over to empty the chemical loo, it's time to deliver our verdict.
The Skoda Enyaq, it's got looks to kill and pulls like a train. I'm giving it 8 out of 10.
On the whole, I'm going to give it a strong 8.
I was massively impressed, and I will genuinely consider buying it. So I'm going to give it a 9.
Big statement, but I think it's probably the best all-round electric car I've driven. So it's going to get a top score. It's an 8.
Which gives the Skoda Enyaq a very strong team test score of 33.
Still to come, Jimmy's down on the farm to discover the joys of electric off-roading.
I have a brake pedal, I have a throttle, and I have no gear change. This is easy off-road driving.
And they say good things come in small packages.
I am so excited about this car.
So Rory and I are on a quest to find the ultimate electric-powered Super Mini.
I don't normally get car sick, but I feel the most car sick in this car.
Last year, Europe's biggest-selling EV wasn't a Tesla, it was this, the Renault Zoe. Fifth Gear wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and while we were at it, we thought we'd take a look at its rivals as well. Super Minis, city cars and small hatchbacks that roam urban areas need to possess a certain set of skills.
Yeah, they need to be easy to drive through busy city centres, have some practicality to chuck some kids in the back, plus have the range to get you to the office and back again.
And if you're anything like me, need to be entertaining to drive.
Yeah, so not a lot to ask then.
Renault Zoe was originally launched in 2012 as an electric alternative to the Clio, and it's been in a class of its own ever since. With no other super mini-sized electric cars on the market, the Zoe has gone on to sell well over 250,000 units. But everything changed in 2019 when a bunch of other car makers crashed the Zoe's party.
So, to see how the newcomers stack up against the Renault, we've gathered the electric versions of the Mini, the Fiat 500 and Peugeot 208, plus the brand new Honda E.
And we've lined up 3 tests to whittle them down, eliminating the weakest as we go to the winner and the car that you should be happy to drive every single day.
We'll be assessing interiors and outright performance later on.
Yes!
Go on, girl.
But to start, we're taking each car out on our private track for the kind of quick test drive that you'd take when shopping for a new motor. The 2 that impress the least will be eliminated.
Right, time for the test drives. And first up is the original EV city car, the Zoe.
This immediately feels like a conventional hatchback to me. The steering is pretty accurate.
It's not the most comfortable seat in the world. I don't have like masses of support, but what there is, I think, is enough for this level of driving.
Yes, totally agree with that.
Little bit of air.
Should we try the next one?
Next, it's the Honda E. It's more expensive than the Zoe, and thanks to its comparatively smaller battery, its range is also much less. But it's not all bad news.
I am so excited about this car.
Are you? Do you love the way it looks?
I love the way it looks.
It's so much fun as well. It's really like the steering is so direct. It's really responsive. Rear-wheel drive as well.
Yes, I know. How cool is that?
Proper driver's car. Okay, first impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, bang on.
Good.
Time for one of the petrol power big hitters to enter the electric ring. The Fiat 500e's 42 kilowatt battery pack delivers a respectable range of 277 miles.
But long journeys in the electric Cinquecento might not be everyone's cup of tea.
I feel like I am in quite a bouncy thing.
Yeah, it's not filling me with as much confidence as the previous cars. I don't normally get car sick, but I feel the most car sick
And Rory,
in this car.
that's music to my ears because I'm not going to slow down because I'd like to see you chuck on camera.
Time to take a look at Peugeot's E208. At just over 27 grand, it is the cheapest car in our test, while its 56 kilowatt battery is the largest and can travel 217 miles between charges.
This is definitely the most grown up of all the cars. The body control is night and day when you compare it to the Fiat 500e. It feels like a car and not a shopping trolley.
Yes.
Should you send it over this?
Yeah, it can do that.
It feels plush. I like it.
Yeah.
Finally, it's the Mini Electric. This is the priciest car on test, while its 32.6 kilowatt battery pack is the smallest. But the iconic city car still has a few tricks up its sleeve.
It feels very well made, very well engineered, really lovely turning. I can feel the whole chassis. It's talking to me nicely.
It's a typical Mini thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? That go-kart driving
Yeah.
feel.
It's robust, totally robust.
Yeah, it feels hewn from a solid piece of granite, almost. Good job.
So, Rory, we have driven all 5,
We
and
have.
now it is time to say goodbye to 2 of them, based primarily on the driving impression and the range. The Honda E, we have to talk about its range.
I know, it's not great. I think in the real world, you might get about 120 miles out of this thing, which isn't amazing, but it was fantastic to drive. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, for me, that was like the original Mini. It was fun, so
Yeah,
that stays.
Absolutely, needs
Yeah.
to stay.
Cool. The Peugeot E208.
I think is really good. It feels like a good, solid, grown-up hatchback that I think anyone would be, you know, quite happy with.
Yeah, we want to know more about that, so that stays.
That can stay.
Yep. And then the Mini. I thoroughly enjoyed it, had a lot of fun.
It does what a Mini is supposed to do, drives really well, handles great. So even though the range isn't amazing on the Mini, I think it's another one that needs to stay.
Yeah, cool. Which means we have found our 2 that are going to leave us. The first one is the Renault Zoe, the granddaddy of the group. However, once we'd driven the newcomers, we did find this a bit lacking.
Yeah, I know it's been around for ages. It set the standard, but I think the standard has been kind of superseded now. So even though it's nice,
Yeah.
I think it has to go.
OK, au revoir to
Goodbye.
the Renault. And then to the Fiat, it's ciao ciao, I'm afraid. The body roll was just too much for me, and the turn-in wasn't crisp
I felt
enough.
sick.
Yeah.
So I think on that basis, the Fiat 500, that's another one that's got to go.
Coming up, Jimmy heads to the country for an exclusive test drive in the future of off-roading, the prototype Monroe electric 4x4.
It means business, this Monroe.
And as the Zoe has fallen at the first hurdle, Rory and I will be looking to see which car will be taking its crown.
That, you can take that to a shop, put some flat pack furniture in, no bother.
Geez, you have a fun weekend, don't you?
We've done plenty of off-roading over the years on fifth gear. Usually in gas-guzzling 4x4s, which need to be rev hard to work hard. Electric cars, however, deliver all of their torque instantly, which is why I'm very excited to bring you the first television test drive of a brand new prototype 4x4 being built by UK startup All-Terrain All Electric. It's called the Monroe, and it's assembled not far from here in sunny Scotland near Glasgow. And I'm sure no one needs reminding that the last car to be mass-produced around these parts was the Talbot Sunbeam in 1981. Things have moved on a little bit from them, and today I have the world's first exclusive drive of the Monroe, which is so new, they've only just got around to painting the bonnet. The Monroe is no soft roader. It's been designed as a proper working tool for anyone who needs to stray off the beaten track. And that's why I've come to a dairy farm in Ayrshire, once the home of Scottish poet Robbie Burns. This isn't any old farm, it's well on its way to being carbon neutral, and part of that is really embracing EV vehicles. Owner Bryce has 3 electric delivery vans, and he's also invested in solar and biomass technology. I'm here today to help you out on the farm doing farm jobs with this, the Monroe. What's the first job?
Well, we're going to go down and we're going to give the heifers some seaweed. Right there for you.
That's it there. OK, come on then.
Grand.
Oi, you're kidding me. That's got some weight to it, Bryce. This snack-sized bag of seaweed is lost in the Monroe's vast load area.
Right, should we jump aboard? Let's get going, yeah.
It's been designed to carry full-size pallets weighing up to 1 tonne. Turn the key on. Press D. Let's go farming. Are they going to go mad for this? Is this like the cow version of catnip?
It's a wee sweetie for them.
Sorry, ladies. No time to stop and chat. There's farm work to be done. This is feeling like a vehicle with purpose straight away. Bryce wants to stop his herd from wandering into a neighbour's field, so he's installing a fence. An electric one, of course. Right, so how do we check now that that is working?
Yeah, it's on. It means business, this Monroe.
Nice and torquey, good for pulling cattle trailers.
Oh, yeah. The Monroe delivers 350 newton-metres of instant torque. I'd have to be at almost full throttle to get the same pulling power out of my old diesel Defender. But to really get the measure of the Monroe's off-road ability, I've dropped Bryce off so I can go and play. Assess its handling on a remote section of his farm.
It feels a little bit raw. It's all quite noisy. I'm basically sat in a bare metal box, but it feels very purposeful.
The electric powertrain means that this is a 4x4 that can be mastered by anyone.
In a Land Rover, the clutch, throttle and brakes, they're notoriously hard and they put you in a sweat. But this, I have a brake pedal, I have a throttle and I have no gear change. This is easy off-road driving. So it weighs just over 2 tonnes, which is slightly more than a Land Rover. But it lifts up with ease and it just feels so stable because it's got 300 kilograms of batteries and they're actually down below the chassis, so its weight distribution is great. This is a lot of fun.
When it goes into full production in 2022, the Monroe will cost around £65,000. Is it going to be good enough to go down here?
Yes, it is. It handles that gleamingly. And away, let's go. That torque is just instantaneous, and it says, playtime.
This car is seriously good fun, but it's also seriously good at doing the job it was designed for, getting people and equipment across arduous terrain.
With the onward march of EVs, I have been a little bit concerned that the 4x4 utility market has been completely and utterly overlooked. That is, until now. This is a serious utility 4x4. Yes, it's a prototype, and in a few corners it's a little bit clunky, but it is coming to a hilltop near you very, very soon. Look out, world, because the Monroe is on the march.
Now it's time for the next challenge in our mission to find the best electric city car.
We started out with 5 contenders, but were shocked when the original electric Super Mini, the Renault Zoe, took an early exit along with the Fiat 500e.
Which leaves the Honda E, the Peugeot E208, and the Mini Electric.
So, we know these cars drive well, but now we want to dig a little bit deeper to see what they look like, how spacious they are, what kind of tech they have inside, and also how easy they are to charge.
I suppose we could call this the lifestyle test, in which case you'll need a clipboard.
We're going to mark each car out of 5 on their looks, interiors, tech, ease of charging, and range.
Our mission is to end up with 2 cars that will then proceed to the final, where I'll be giving them full beans out on the track.
So then, first up, Rory, it is looks.
On the whole, I quite like the Mini,
Yes.
but I can't get away from the fact it kind of looks like a catfish at the front, that huge mouth and the eyes.
No.
It just looks weird. The back, though, it's got these Union Jack tail lights.
I totally love these.
Cool. Let's score it.
I'm thinking a 4, a strong 4.
Nah, it's got, look at the front of it. I think we have to meet in the middle then, so
Okay.
3.5.
OK, let's talk about space.
Can we chuck some stuff in?
Yep.
Just to illustrate
Oh,
every single one.
that's good. And these split and fold as well?
Yeah, so those drop down.
Yep. Put that one down.
That, shall I? That, you can take that to a shop, put some flat pack furniture in, no bother.
Geez, you have a fun weekend, don't you? Should we get you in the back, Rory?
Do I have to go in there? Do you know what? They've got these hollowed out sections just here for your knees to go.
Yeah.
So even though it's a bit claustrophobic, it's not the end of the world for short journeys.
OK, let's give it marks out of 5.
2.5?
3. I'm happy with 3.
3's good.
Yeah.
OK.
Good.
Can I get out now?
Yes. No, do you know what? Stay in, because we're talking about tech.
Quite nice in here, Vicky. This thing, though, that's probably the showstopper for me, the centerpiece, because it's got this illuminated section around the outside. Decent little car in terms of set. I think I'm going to score it quite highly.
4, maybe?
Yeah, I'm happy with 4.
OK, 4. Ease of charging. It's raining, so that's your job. You can go outside.
Thanks. The charge port is located on the driver's side. You push that, you pull that out, and then you whack this in. And Vicky, are you nice and warm in there?
Oh, is it raining?
Just a bit. Can you tell me what the DC rapid charging rate is on this car?
Yep, it will go from 20% to 80% in 36 minutes.
The tiny 32.6 kilowatt battery gives it a range of just 145 miles.
Should we score it then? I'm going to give this 3.5.
Well, quite frankly, from where I am, it's a 5 from me.
Hurry up so I can get in.
Yep, 3.5.
So the Mini clocks a rather impressive score of 14 out of 20. Next up, the Honda.
The Honda E, I totally love its looks. I think it's so futuristic, funky.
What I really like, though, is the fact it's got this kind of concave section on the face.
Yeah.
And that on the top of the bonnet.
We'll
so if
press
you
the button.
push that, it opens up. That's the charge port, which is very, very cool.
4 doors.
You wouldn't think so, would you?
You wouldn't, no.
No, because they've hidden the door handles. That's quite neat. And then, yeah, the back again. It's just such a cute design.
Oh, crikey. Should we be brave and give it a full 5?
I'll be, yep.
Yeah?
5, do it.
Moving on to interior space and Rory's shopping bag challenge.
OK.
My loo roll, is it gonna fit? Not ideal, but you do have rear doors.
Yes,
so it's up to you what's more important, isn't it? What are we gonna score it?
3.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Same as the Mini.
I love the Honda's interior, but Rory has some doubts.
Design, yes.
Oh.
It looks like a lovely car.
Yeah.
Quality-wise, touch it, it feels a bit plasticky to me.
I'll give you that.
The star of the show has to be this, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different screens, one each for your wing mirrors.
Yeah. So what about scores then?
Should we go 3.5?
Yep, 3.5.
3.5.
On to charging.
Whack it open, take that, put it in there. The only problem, if you've got a dirty cable that's been on the floor and it's scratching up your paintwork,
Yeah.
not ideal.
A fast charge will take just 31 minutes, but the Honda's 35.5 kilowatt battery will only give you a rather disappointing range of 137 miles.
So it's not great, is it?
No.
But we brought it through to this round because it is a city car, so it's kind of forgivable for the
Yeah.
kind of people who use it.
Yeah.
Let's score it then. I'd probably go 2.
That's quite low.
I know.
I'm going to go 3.
So we meet in the middle?
Yeah.
With both cars on a total score of 14, the Mini and Honda E are neck and neck. It's down to the Peugeot to break the stalemate.
I like this bonnet bulge in the middle to start with. It's quite muscular.
Love a bulge.
However, if I block off the nose and the tail, it's very bland.
I hear what you're saying.
What do we think? 3.5?
At 311 litres, the Peugeot has the biggest boot of our trio.
You could get way more in there if you wanted to. Do you know what? It's all right in here. It's got loads of space in the back.
I'm tempted to give it the full 5.
I'd go 5 as well.
5, OK, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to tech and quality.
Ooh, what's in there?
Wireless charging.
Wireless charging.
You know what's good? Yeah, is that when you put your phone in there, you can't see it and you're not tempted to use it when you're driving the car.
Yeah, very good point.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
I say 4.
Tech and quality, 4.
Finally, how simple is it to juice up?
It's just a case of whacking that in, nice and simple.
A fast charger can power its battery from 20 to 80% in 20 minutes. That's 10 minutes quicker than the Honda and Mini. And its 56 kilowatt battery means its range is a whopping 217 miles.
It's a no-brainer for me. It's got to be a 5.
Ooh.
So the Peugeot has romped past the line with an incredible 17 out of 20.
Both the Honda and the Mini scored 14, but as it didn't score full points in any category, we're going to reluctantly say goodbye to the Mini Electric.
We got our finalists then.
Oh.
Peugeot E208 and Honda E.
Yeah.
Coming up, we're joined by a new member of the Fifth Gear team, Grace Webb, as she walks us through the simplest solution for charging up your EV. And it's time for 2 to become 1 as Rory and I race our pair of city car finalists around the track
Yeah, go on, Vicky, go on. Punch it.
to decide which car will be declared champion. Time to introduce a brand new member of the Fifth Gear team, Grace Webb, who is already an online authority on everything EV. Now she's bringing her electric wit and wisdom to Fifth Gear Recharged.
Despite all the incredible advances that have been made with electric vehicles, there are still 2 fundamental concerns when it comes to owning one.
The most common one is range. This Kia Soul EV will do 280 miles between recharges, which is pretty good, but you're always going to have half an eye on the life left in the battery.
And the second worry, charging points.
Currently, there's around 25,000 public sockets in the UK, a figure that is steadily rising, but is also a figure that needs to be strapped to a rocket if the sale of new petrol and diesel cars is to end in 2030, as the government intends. Will we achieve that target? Who knows? Will arguments break out as cars queue to plug in?
Hopefully not, because many people have a much easier solution.
Because as long as you've got off-street parking and own your property or have permission from the landlord, then you can refuel your car from the comfort of your own home.
So I'm going to find out exactly what's involved if you want to install a home charger.
There are a load of companies that now offer this service.
After a bit of research, I chose a local company that had great online reviews. Their website has a choice of chargers, and like most tech, paying a bit more gets you a few extra functions.
But first things first, can all the different chargers charge all the different cars? In a word, yes.
However, like our smartphones, electric cars come with different shaped power sockets, so you'll need to ensure you have the right cable to charge your EV.
For example, early Nissan Leafs need a Type 1 cable that looks like this, whereas the Kia Soul needs a Type 2. Now let's talk about charging speeds, which is another huge bonus to getting a box installed.
If I tried to charge the Kia by using a domestic wall socket, it would take around 28 hours to fully charge from empty.
How do I know? Well, the car has a 64 kilowatt hour battery. The typical power of a normal 3-pin socket is around 2.3 kilowatts. Divide 64 by 2.3 and you get roughly 28.
However, a typical wall box kicks out 7 kilowatts, which means the charging time is about 3 times faster. It's good news so far, but what about the actual installation?
If you think that simply involves a fitter turning up with a screwdriver and drill, then you're going to be disappointed. First, your property needs to be inspected because not every home can have a charger.
Before they can go ahead, the company needs to ensure that your electricity supply is safely earthed.
Some send out a technician. However, rather conveniently, Charged EV assess your property via an app.
You go through a series of questions and supply a bunch of photos. This allows them to assess the state of your electrics and whether it's possible to run a cable from your fuse box to where you want the charger to be fixed.
This particular house was assessed a few weeks ago and it failed because it didn't have a particular type of isolator switch. That problem has now been rectified at a cost of around £100, but it does highlight that there are no guarantees your property will permit a charger to be fitted.
And then it's time for Ricky to step in. He's our engineer for the day and he's straight down to work, double-checking that everything is safe.
First off, I'm just going to do a few electrical tests, make sure the property is safe and we can actually install on it. Right, so that's all good.
What's next?
After that, the trickiest bit, trying to drill through this wall to take the cable out to the charger.
And with that, Ricky got his big drill out and then started laying out the cable that will connect my fuse box to the new home charger.
Is there a limit to how far the charger can be from the fuse box?
Up to about 100 metres, it's probably all right.
100 metres should be plenty for most UK homes, though remember the cable can't cross other people's land.
If I lived in a flat, would I be able to get one of these installed?
You could drop the cable down your wall into your designated parking area, yeah.
90 minutes later and the wall box was wired up and working.
So you've commissioned the system, Ricky, checked that it's all safe. I got an app. What features can I use on that?
There's quite a few. You can schedule your charger so that it only charges at a certain time. So if you've got a tariff where your energy's cheaper through the night, you can tell the app you want your charge to start at, say, midnight, and you want your car full by 7 in the morning, so it'll do that.
So with this app, I don't have to be next to my car. I could be anywhere in the world. As long as it's all connected, I can schedule and control the charging from here.
Yeah, that's right.
And finally, what about the cost of all this?
This particular charger costs just over £1,000. However, providing you can prove that you own or lease an EV, you should qualify for a government grant of up to 350 quid, bringing the price down to around £700.
Go for a more basic wall box and the price will be nearer to £600. As 200 miles of range could cost as little as a £5, the charger should have paid for itself within the first 5,000 miles of installation.
We've entered the final stage of our challenge to find the best electric city car.
We started with 5, but the Renault Zoe and Fiat fell at the first hurdle because they failed to impress as everyday drivers. It was a close call for the Mini Electric, but it was eliminated because it didn't shine in any of our lifestyle categories.
Which leaves us with these two, the Peugeot E208 and the Honda E.
And it leaves us with a little circuit on which to play on. So let's find out which of these cars is the best on the limit.
Yep, that means I'm going to be handing over the keys to Vicky while I'm on stopwatch duties.
But it's not just about the final time. It's how they handle when pressed and if they can push the buttons of a serious petrol head.
Psyched up?
This V10 engine is one of the best. Oh no. hang on.
No, wrong car.
Right, are you ready, honey?
I'm all set.
Right, you count me down.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Flat out.
Good launch.
Thank you, my love.
Oh, it's strong actually. Okay, now officially it does 0 to 62 in 9 seconds.
Okay.
This is a quite tight circuit if we get up to, oh, that was nearly 60.
Was it?
Yeah, go on, Vicky, go on. Punch it, punch it. Hit that tyre squeal. That is really cool. Oh my God. You wanted this fun handling hatchback.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yes.
This is lovely.
You're looking good.
I'm like,
Dab of brakes. Yes.
Go on, girl, go on.
Feels so good. Here we go, okay.
Lovely.
Punch it all the way.
Almost there.
And bang. Wow. Woohoo!
Okay, don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you. How did it feel?
It felt fantastic, really fun, thoroughly enjoyed it, and it absolutely deserves its place in the final.
Rear engine, rear wheel drive.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Absolutely.
Right.
Peugeot E208.
Okay.
This has the same power as the Honda.
Yeah.
And it's lighter, believe it or not, despite having bigger batteries. And it's 0 to 60 is slightly quicker as well.
Okay, so on paper, this has got it.
In theory.
Okay. Yeah.
Count you in. 3, 2, 1. We are off. Doesn't feel quite as quick off the line.
Does it?
No.
It hasn't got that initial burst, but maybe it will pick itself up.
Does it feel lighter?
Now, I feel more remote. My steering definitely feels dead by comparison. In terms of fun and keeping me entertained with what's going on outside, it's lacking.
I'm less excited, definitely.
Me too. Yeah.
But still competent.
Very competent.
Oh, hang on. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Both cars have been put through their paces. It's time to reveal our overall winner.
I can reveal that the Honda did it in 54.5 seconds.
Okay.
But the Peugeot did it in 56.03, which means the Honda was quicker by 1.8 seconds.
Wowee.
That's a big gap, isn't it?
Gosh, that's incredible.
And actually, the Honda is a heavier car, plus it has a slower 0 to 60 time.
And also, it was the one that I connected with the most. It was the one that communicated everything with me. I felt part of it.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with that because it looks amazing as well, you know? That's great.
It looks cool. It is the overall winner. I should point out, though, that, of course, not everyone is going to drive a car like you, Vicky.
Yeah.
Some people just want a little electric hatchback to run around to the shops in, and for that, the Peugeot's fantastic. But for sheer fun, this all day long.
I'd be so proud to have that on my drive as well.
Have either one, but Honda E, magic.
Should we get out of the rain?
Yeah, definitely. I'm taking the Honda.
Oh no, I'm in the wrong door!
Laying waste to 4 of its toughest rivals along the way, the Honda E is not only the world's cutest EV, it's also the quickest round our track and a worthy champion in our City Car Challenge.